About 20 years before I was. I was born in 1980. I want to say he was born in 1960, but I'm not for certain about that. So my dad, he was busted with 38 counts of cocaine possession with intent to sell. See, he grew up on a farm, had every luxury of having a family that gave a shit about him. But he got messed up with the wrong woman, my mother. My grandpa gave them a place in Bridgeport, outright bought it for them. But neither my mom or my dad were capable of being faithful. So, after I was born, they broke up. When I was 4 years old, my dad went to prison for 38 counts, cocaine possession with intent to sell, as well as purchasing an illegal firearm for an undercover officer. Smart man, huh? So this guy, because he went into the prison system and my mom couldn't stay off cocaine and couldn't get permission to have us, I went into the system and I endured every kind of abuse that there is. Now, as an adult, people see adult, they don't see my disabilities unless they want to exploit them. And people can tell I'm different. They can tell I'm easy to take advantage of. And so they take advantage of me. And I'm not allowed to be angry. I'm not allowed to be hateful. I'm not allowed to be nothing. None of the emotions that you guys are allowed to show, I'm not allowed to show any of them. I'll be abused. Well, how many years of this am I supposed to take? You tell me about this American dream. It's just a fucking dream. The Constitution doesn't fucking matter. These assholes ignore it whenever the fuck they want. So, of course, getting raped and getting beaten, no big thing to my dad. You know, he was in prison. He wasn't thinking about his family or what they had to go through. When he got out, yeah, he wanted to have perfect kids who were good at sports. That's what he fucking wanted. Good-looking kids that were good at sports. No, we didn't get that. My older brother's got scoliosis, and of course, I'm not in much better shape. So my dad's got it in his head, you know, that if he beats me enough, he'll eventually beat it out of me. Beat out of me whatever's wrong with me. What was wrong with me is his assumptions. Him not willing to listen. Him thinking that I should be and do exactly as he wants. So when I was 15, of course, I went to Nebraska. I was one beaten too many from my dad. I'd already grown up my life in the system, and I was done with that shit. I was told when I turned 18, things would be better. They weren't. When I turned 18, I was dropped off with all sorts of promises. Oh, you were a ward of the state, so you get free college, you get free this, you get free that. Oh, and you get a caseworker. And no, I never got my caseworker. Ever. My dad was under the impression that he had it all set up, so in Washington State, when I turned 18, all I had to do was call the guy up, and he was going to press one button on the computer, and I'd magically get this money. My dad never had to go through trying to get disability. After leaving my dad's house at 15, he didn't want to have nothing to do with me except to try to control my life. He was insistent that I get a job. Well, that was no problem. I never had a problem with going out and fucking seeking employment. It was rare that I was hired, but at least I tried. Now also, the deal for me staying with my Aunt Mary was that not only did I need to get a job, but I needed to apply for disability. Then I was denied disability because I had a job, and then, of course, I lost my job. And my dad was pissed off at me because I should have, of course, gotten disability because it was only a click on a computer away. Meanwhile, at this point in time was when I was trying to get into the military, who, of course, denied me because I had applied for disability. Doing what my dad wanted, that screwed me over. Doing what my dad wanted, and my dad never having to go through it, never even trying, telling me how it's going to work. Me and my Aunt Mary had an agreement when I moved in with her, and my dad got to control every aspect of my life at Aunt Mary's. It was fucking stupid. I'm a grown-ass goddamn adult. If you quit fucking strangling me and cut me off from every goddamn thing and expecting me to jump through hoops, you don't know what's going on in my fucking life, asshole. How do you get off on making decisions of what gets to happen in my life? What I tried and what I didn't when you weren't there. You weren't there all growing up, and you haven't been there as an adult. When I went up there and saw my dad, there was time. There was time to do something. My dad could have stopped his fucking selfish bullshit and tried giving a fuck about his goddamn son. He didn't give a holy goddamn about me. It was do as he says or you will be punished. Just like with the cops, you are not required to fulfill or follow an unlawful order. But an officer knows that he can lie, and then he can beat the fuck out of you. The only protection you have from this is family that gives a shit. What do you do when your family doesn't give a shit? So my dad, when he could have fucking done something, when he could have fucking cared, when he could have made a fucking difference, he did not. Here we are 6 years later. 6 years after I first went to my dad for help with this situation. 6 years, my dad calls me up. Well, he doesn't call me up. He's too much of a coward for that. And that's the biggest issue. He won't fucking listen. He won't fucking listen. He wanted to waste an entire goddamn week of my fucking time while I'm dealing with a bunch of fucking abuse in Hood goddamn River. And my dad wants to fucking appease me by paying me off to take videos down that are evidence of his wrong fucking doing. No, he broke the fucking law and he should have been fucking prosecuted. But a disabled homeless man with no family can't go to the cops. Without my sister's help, I can't turn in my sister for the crimes she committed. Without my mom's help, I can't turn in my mom for the crimes that she's committed. Without my dad's help, I can't turn in my dad for the crimes that he's committed. Meanwhile, that shit is all fucking trivial compared to what I have been fucking going through and fucking clearing my goddamn name in the Natalie situation. All my dad needed to do is look at the fucking evidence and fucking help me to get my voice heard. Same thing with my sister, same thing with my mom. But you know what? They don't know how to do anything but abuse people. That's all they know how to do is take advantage of each other. My sister and her friend took me for over $1,800 for destroying fucking evidence. Yeah, fucking thank you for showing up and fucking ripping me off and getting all fucking drugged out of your goddamn gourd, Tara. Thank you very fucking much for that. People are dead because of these fucking idiots. You want to tell me I got to go to my family? I fucking did. I already knew how that was going to fucking work out. My mom doesn't care about me. She cares about child molesters like Andrew Witcher. She cares about child molesters like her own dad, Brian. That's right. Brian Bruns is my mom's dad's name, and Brian Schwartz is my dad's name. What a bunch of pieces of shit. Of course, there's also child molesters like my little brother, Michael Albert. My dad, when I went up there in 2018 to get help from him, you know what? He could have treated me like I was a person. He could have taken the time to find out what was going on instead of turning every goddamn thing into an argument. I was there, you weren't, you fucking prick. So then he's got all these rules that make it so that I'm literally not allowed to do what I need to do. I'm not allowed to do what the lawyers said I have to do to clear my name and stop this fucking violence. So when I'm in Hood River and my dad gets a hold of me and he wants to blackmail me into taking evidence down, it didn't work out how he wanted to. Not even close. He could have taken the time to fucking listen. He made zero effort to find out what was going on. He wanted to claim after he was pissed off and wasn't going to do nothing. He wanted to claim, oh, well, I was going to drive there and help you. He thought I was in fucking Nebraska. You really think he's going to drive to fucking Nebraska? You think he's going to lift a goddamn finger? No. He didn't give a fuck. He wasn't going to help me. It's too late for that. He can actually fucking try, but you know what? It's too late. It's too late for him to make that fucking effort because he's not going to. He has shown he is too selfish an individual. No matter where I go, I have to take abuse over the Natalie situation. And no matter what, he doesn't care about that. He cares that there's a few videos that maybe 50 people have seen. Maybe 50. He doesn't stop to think about the impact for me, or where I am living, or what I am forced into, or what I have to fear, because when my evidence is stolen, because I don't have the money to pay my insurance, or the money to fucking put gas in my vehicle, again, and it gets stolen again, it gets impounded again. I don't even have disability money anymore because I needed his help. He didn't want to listen to the help that I needed right then and there. He didn't give a fuck. I needed him right then and there. God damn it. Call me and help. Don't waste a week of my goddamn time. Meanwhile, these fucking cops out here, everywhere I fucking go, they will fucking ignore you until they fucking charge you with a crime for being too broke to have a place to fucking sleep for the goddamn night! Fuck all of you, roast in hell.